Hello everyone and welcome to the first video of the year and the first video in a few months. This is going to be a quick recap of 2025 and also very quick chat about what's coming up in 2026. I feel first I need to address the lack of videos in the past couple of months, and in my defense, this is not due to a lack of doing things. Let me explain. I'm gonna go in chronological order to try and keep my ideas, straightforward. I started doing the challenges because I wanted to learn how to touch type. That was not a challenge on the Danae Tries channel. It's still on the Danae Plays because that's the channel that I was using normally for games and Let's Plays, but I wanted to type, so I did that. And then the challenge was over, and I decided that was a great way to make myself do the things I've always wanted to do, but somehow couldn't bring myself to do on a regular basis. Even though the challenge is over, I do obviously touch type every day. I use that a lot during my lessons. It's amazing to be able to start typing while keeping eye contact with my students. But also I try to keep a 5 to 10 minute practice every day. I try. It's not really high on my list of priorities, especially if I've typed for other things. Then I don't force myself to do another 5-minute practice. I am using, let me look at the website because I really like it. It's really nice. You set the speed you want to reach, and it unlocks the letters once you can type that letter with a given speed. But anyway, I keep practicing touch typing. Then I also decided to study German. Started with Duolingo, did make a video about that, then continued with Babbel, which I like better. And now in January, I felt tired, not of studying German, I felt tired of being my own little police woman and making myself do things. So I signed up for a class in person where hopefully the teacher over there is the one making me do things, and the class and the motivation. So I'm still doing German more than before. Normally I would do 5 to 10 minutes a day with whichever app I was using. Now I do 4 hours a week. So even though that's not exactly a video challenge, that's something that is added to my schedule every week. Then proper challenges on the channel. The first one was 0 to 5k. The challenge is over. I kind of would like to start running again, and it's not like I miss running. I didn't think that would happen, but I miss being the sort of person who runs 3 times a week, I guess. So I like the idea of running again, but I haven't, gathered enough courage to do that. However, even though the challenge is finished, I do go for a walk most mornings, 20 to 50 minutes, depending on how much time I have. I go for a small loop or a bigger loop. But that's something that is still in my daily routine, even though the challenge is finished. And you might start sensing a pattern there. Then we did the Inner Peace Challenge, where we were journaling, did Tai Chi, mindfulness, reading, drawing, or coloring. That challenge is over, but I've really taken up to journaling again. I spend now quite a lot of time writing in my journals. I've switched from using Notion. I went back to analog, doing my bullet journal. So the challenge is over, but I spend an awful lot of time writing either in my journal or writing letters to people. And the coloring and drawing, that goes with the next thing that I started to learn how to draw. I am still practicing, but because I have more venues for my creativity, I'm being more creative, but I'm not doing the drawing course as much. In addition to that, I also tried a watercolor workshop. I really like it. So at home, because I do not know how to draw or how to use watercolor properly, I do sort of abstract things, like trying to understand how the paint and the water work together. So no, I have not made videos, but I'm still, in fact, I'm being more creative than I was before. And that is why, well, hello Latte. That is why, with all my pens and things there. That is why I have not made videos. I've been busy, I've been following up with my challenges, but I haven't made videos. There was two major oversights in August when I started this channel. Two things that I didn't quite think through. The first one is in August, I had very few lessons to teach because it was the summer, and I have this thing where I feel that I'm wasting my time if I'm not working. I'm working on that, trying to accept that I am still valuable even though I'm not currently working. But anyway, this summer I felt I was being completely useless and I had to do something, be productive, hence starting the challenges. However, in September, all of my students came back and I was back to a full teaching load, and it was really hard to keep up with things. Not so surprising, I really should have thought this through. And the second thing that I did not foresee is, yes, I did the challenges and then they're over, but I didn't do the challenge for the videos. I did those challenges because those are things that I wanted to add into my routine to do regularly. So I'm still walking, I'm still typing, I'm still drawing, I'm still learning German, I'm still doing all those things even though they're not video material. So my daily routine has been increasing with every challenge, and obviously at some point the more challenges I add, I'll have to give up on some other things, I guess, but that's not the goal right now. I didn't want to get into the habit of journaling just for the purpose of the videos and then forget about it. Going forward in 2026, I'm going to focus more on the drawing and the painting, though painting is a big word for what I'm doing right now. So that's the videos that I'm going to focus on, in addition to all the things I do. But I don't want to make videos like, I absolutely enjoy journaling and I make my bullet journal reasonably pretty with the amount of skill I have, and I'm so careful to not fall into the rabbit hole of getting tons of craft supplies and things like that. So I do the best I can with what I have, both material and, skill. And I'm having a blast, but I don't think that would be particularly interesting for you guys because there are so many channels on YouTube with people, mostly ladies, but not exclusively, people who have been journaling for years, who are talented, very knowledgeable. I don't feel I have much to offer compared to these other channels, so I'm gonna keep journaling as something to myself, I guess. But the drawing, I will do that. I've actually invested, I think I mentioned a while ago, I had that little tripod, super flimsy, super light, and I had to put boxes around to make sure the weight of the phone would not topple it over. I have invested in a slightly sturdier tripod, so I will be able to make those videos a little more comfortably. It's a step. And I think that's about it. No, wait. Happy New Year. At time of recording, this is still January. It still counts. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.